few weeks, I have been ruminating about my past and thinking as to why I was feeling so exhausted. Maybe you are feeling exhausted as well. But by that introspection and reflection, I realized something. Maybe it's because we are never actually alone anymore. Even when the room is empty, we are performing for an audience that lives in our pockets. You guessed it right, it is our phone, especially social media. There is this research, and it's actually kind of terrifying. It's by Ethan Cross from 2011 that says that when you feel left out or ignored online, your brain doesn't see it as bad mood or something that can just get fixed in moments, but rather it sees it as some kind of physical wound. And that means that it's actually like being hit by a car. So of course we are acting up by, getting a few likes in a post, or maybe not hitting a target that we have been wanting to, or maybe watching a set of reels in a randomized order. We are trying to be this main character to stop this sting that we feel in our hearts. Many might call this as narcissistic traits, but in reality, we are just hurt physically. Isn't it funny? Because if we look back at our history, the only people who used to live like this were the kings and queens or the royal. I don't know, like Louis the 16th maybe, because he had people watch him wake up and every move of his was treated like a show. I personally feel it was quite a miserable and a heavy way to live. But if we look at today's standards, today we have all volunteered for that exact burden. We go to a cafe and we can't just sit and drink the coffee. We have to curate that coffee. We have to turn that cafe into an experience. We turn the street into a set and the people as our props, or as NPCs as we call in today's slang. Have you noticed how we have stopped seeing strangers as people? We see them as mere background characters in our movie. If they are in the way of a shot, they are an NPC. But the weird part is, they might be thinking the exact same thing about us. We are all just extras in 8 billion different lives or movies, if I may, that no one is actually watching but the person themselves. Here's the moment I keep coming back to all of the time. By trying so hard to be the lead of your own movie, we're actually losing our character in midst of that. Why don't we think of this main character aesthetic? It's always the same, don't you think so? The same headphones, the same unbothered face, the same coffee shop. We think we are being the protagonist, but actually, we are just following a script written by an algorithm. We aren't the directors there, rather, we are just the employees of a platform paying for our own relevance with our own privacy. We have traded being a person, which is rather messy, quiet, and real, for being a property, something to be liked, something to be shared, and eventually scrolled past and forgotten. So let's see some examples we see in everyday life. The elevator dance or the thirst traps, as they call, is just doing for the plot. We call it self expression, but half of the time is just an choreography for invisible stage. They are survival strategies in a world where silence feels like erasure. Also, people talk about their digital footprints being ruined. And the irony is that one wrong post, one misstep, and suddenly your plot or your whole movie is ruined. And people leave comments like, bro ruined his digital footprint, the internet never forgets, but it really forgives. And that's where trends like why you so obsessed with me comes in. They are meta commentary. We are mocking obsession while secretly craving for it, because obsession means attention and attention therefore means existence. While researching for this topic, I got across a term from one of my lifespan development courses which stated the term called imaginary audience. It's a developmental stage where teenagers believe that everybody is watching them. But now social media has made it permanent, and it even extends even after adolescence. We never outgrow it. We live it like we are constantly on stage, even when no one is on the seats. And here is a very interesting unresolved question. Does social media cause narcissism, or does narcissism fuel social media? The research here isn't particularly clear here. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's a feedback loop where the mirror and the gaze keeps feeding into each other. We might never know, but I really hope some research gets done in this field. Heck, we even have started romanticizing struggles. The sad girl aesthetic, the grind set, the romanticizing my tough life post. It's pain turning into performance and misery packaged as content. And nowadays, everything is content. If you are failing any kind of exams, or if you have procrastinated for your exams, you can build any content in social media. It will definitely get some kind of views. Also, there has been this recent trend about Japan's overworked salarymen. Some literally collapse from exhaustion, yet online we turn this burnout into an aesthetic. From coffee fueled all nighters, the rise and grind montages, we are glamorizing the very thing that's killing us. Lastly, I'm going to say something very paradoxical. I think the most main character thing that you can do right now is to stop performing, to just exist without a camera, to be okay being the background noise for a while, to flow with the noise. Because if the power went out and tomorrow all of your followers disappeared, who would be left in the room with you? Would you even recognize that person?
All this time, I've been holding on so tight, 'cause all that I do was easy to you.